I'm going to show you how to use the new Edie O'Hara design for Poncho. Okay, so this is different from the previous design because it's actually a rectangular shape. So you get all that fabric down at the sides instead of it coming down into the triangular shape, which was the previous design. Okay, so at the moment, my lovely assistant Molly has her sleeves coming down on sleeves, the button sections coming down on the arms, okay? So that looks really nice and it's nice and symmetrical. And then what you can actually do is make it asymmetrical, a bit jaunty, a bit different, and you actually have the buttons coming down the arm section at the front, but then you still have it at the back as well, so that looks really nice. Okay, and then literally a little bit of a twist, and then you've got the buttons at the front, and it actually looks like a coat. I mean, it's amazing how much of a difference that makes. It really does just look like a coat. And then you've got the buttons at the back. Okay, so then if you undo the buttons at the front and you flick around that inside fabric, there you go, you actually come out with some really nice colour contrast. So you have the black fleece on the inside and also the sort of more coloured woolen section on the outside, and it really, really does look good against each other. And then what I can do is if I flick that round and I use that bit there, you actually end up with a really nice, sort of a bit different, it's like a cowly sort of cape. So it really does, it flicks over and it looks really nice. Then what you can actually do, because of this colour contrast, you can actually turn the entire thing inside out and do exactly the same, so you have the colour contrast there. But one of the really good things, and it looks so good, is that if you use this section and you've got the buttons there, you actually turn it round and you have the colour contrast, but the buttons create this really nice section of detail just around the neck. So it looks really different and a bit, you know, sort of a bit more than what it would have been. It's really nice. It's not just the loops, you actually use the buttons and it makes a little bit more of a detail there. So what you can do, exactly the same as the previous Edie O'Hara design, is you can separate it out completely so you get two identical sides. And these are identical, it doesn't matter which one you use. Or you can use both at once and sort of have, you know, twin with somebody else. So then you have, it becomes shorter, so it's basically the same, but it becomes shorter. And what you can do is you button the bottom too. It's obviously different for each person depending on the shape and size of you, but you do that. It's like a little sort of fashion cape. I've seen things like this at loads of high street stores, but what you can do with this one, which is totally different, is you can still twist it, so you end up with that asymmetrical, very, very in at the moment shape, so it comes down across the front slightly differently, and you get that little ruffle at the top with the colour contrast and the sort of, it's that shape and it's warm and it's snug and it's what you want when you're out in this sort of awful British weather. So how does that feel, Molly?
Oh, it's great. It's so comfortable and warm.
It's warm. That's what you want. Alright, well those are all the different ways of wearing an Edie O'Hara poncho, the new style for 2015 to 2016.